Hello everybody, this is Saul the Hedgehog, and sorry if the sound is too loud or the picture quality isn't all that great, but I had so many people actually asking me on doing the video for my Equius styling wig. So we're going to be showing you off my plain black long wig that I used for one convention, and the reason why I'm wearing white, so you can actually see the full back here. For styling a wig, guys, you need proper lighting in any room. Make sure that your wig is on a headpiece, as mine is, and I used one of these from the stool to keep the headpiece on it. So I have something proper. The things you're going to need if you're cutting a long wig into a shorter style, you need proper scissors, or such as regular scissors, so you can just easily chop off the stuff that you don't need. Know where the length is that you need it, so such as I'm going to cut at least this much off extra because I'm using the headpiece as a suggestion from my head because that's actually as big as mine. So I'm cutting down to at least right here all of this off because that's extra. For the front, you actually need to be very cautious on what you do. But if you've got cutting scissors or something, or if you don't, go to Dollar Tree or ask a beautician or your parents if they have them, such as my mother is a beautician. I wanted to make sure to have my own. For these, you got to be very cautious. Do not cut yourself. And from Dollar Tree, I got a dollar pair of stainless steel scissors that are really comfortable. And make sure you got a wig comb, such as I got mine from the store that I actually explained on where I got all my supplies at. This is one of the wig combs. It cost me $1, and I already combed out the wig, which you need to do before you cut this. Afterwards, make sure you brush this out after you cut all of the stuff off that you do not need. So we're going to go ahead and start. And take your time too, guys. We're not in a rush. And don't cut all the hair at once. That's retarded and stupid to do. I don't want you guys to screw up your wigs. Alright? Drop whatever that you cut off of this wig. Cut off any curly ends. As you can see that I'm starting to get this to where I need it to be. And make sure you know where you're cutting. Use the base of the head if needed, but do use your fingers as a guideline. This is where I'm going to switch over to actually the cutting scissors because I kind of need them. These will cut through it a lot better. Use your fingers to measure the actual hair length. Do little pieces at a time because you can go back and style it. And guys, I naturally picked up cutting hair from my mom because she is a beautician. I didn't go to school for it. I can just do this. I don't need to pay somebody for money on something I can learn from my parents a lot easier and for free. And watching a lot of tutorials also help. And if people tell you do not watch this guy because he doesn't know what he's doing, actually I do know what I'm doing, so they can shut their mouth. And as you can see, I'm taking my time doing this too. Just do like an inch of hair or half an inch off the side. And make sure you're keeping a good even cutting stuff. Cutting with your wig. Do not go to the other side. You need to constantly keep in motion with your wig. as you can see, this is starting to look a lot better for the Equius hair. Make sure you just pull a little bit down on the hair so you got it even. And you're getting everything trimmed down to what you need. For this part, make sure you actually are pulling the hair down, but at the same time, this is a good time to comb down the hair. I would be using a better comb for this, but since it is a wig, I gotta be careful. So I'm taking all my precaution needs into doing this. Make sure your wig does not move on you guys. And for the front, I'm cutting ends off. I don't need all this excess hair in my way. So, cut any excess stuff off that is showing at the ends of these wigs. You need to make sure your wig looks proper. That's why you need to tug on the hair just a little bit. And it's always good to know that you're wearing white for this kind of stuff. For me in general, it helps me find if there's any hair that's laying on me, I know where to cut it at. So we're going to keep combing the wig out. And this is not a Party City wig, guys. This is a wig that I ordered online. It cost me $16 to get this because the length that I wanted it, I could actually mess with it. You guys can actually order like a short wig, but with me, if I have certain characters that require long hair, I can then actually do what I need with the wig. Just make sure to comb out your hair. And guys, I did take the horns out of this wig. So I can do a video tutorial right after this on what type of style I do with my wigs. I'm not going to tell you on what I make the stuff out of in that video. I'm just showing you how I put my Homestuck horns or any type of horns related into the wigs. And make sure you're not pulling the wig cap that holds your hair. And if there's certain hairs that will be pushing out, certain ways you got to keep combing your wig till it's completely straightened out. As you can see, that it's starting to come too, but you still need to cut all this little excess stuff out. I'm just cutting what I see that is excess that I don't need. If you think I'm not cutting anything, you're dead wrong, actually. And as you can see, we've got the front here now to work with, because as we know, Equius's hair, if you look at my hairline, it kind of goes, you know, straight over, but my hair is kind of long and I need to get myself a trim. So we're going to go ahead, keep combing this out, so any excess hair that shouldn't be there comes out. Take your time, guys, take your time. And tips for all of you cosplayers, I mean, most of you probably already know how to do this, but for what I've learned personally when I style my own wigs, you might want to cut just a little bit off the front, but you sometimes need to get stuff at the angle. You need to be very cautious, measure with your fingers, or get a proper comb that will actually have measurements on the sides of the combs, where it'll have inches. Go off of that. Use your fingers to go down. Go right there. Comb it down. Keep your finger where it is. And you'll know where to actually cut off as much as you need. But, with this said, you make sure the wig is properly straight. Because I've got little pieces of hair. And like I said, guys, make sure your wig is on perfect. Because with that said, you can actually screw up and one side looks longer than the other. and that's never good when you're actually looking to keep your hair at a certain way. So be very cautious, guys. With me, I'm just cutting off the certain stuff that I don't want on this because I want this more straight than it being wavy. So I'm just trimming it up. And make sure you get the under stuff too, guys. You don't want this thing looking like it's in layers, so be very cautious. Alright. Got the little undertones. Make sure that looks really nice. Sorry if this isn't what you were thinking as a video tutorial, but this is how I'm going to show you guys. I'm showing you exactly how I want it. And let's see here. I think that I'll leave the front as is because I can actually push this stuff over to the side. Alright guys, with that said, pull the wig off once you've got it all done. With how short my hair is, I don't really need to worry. You want to see how the wig looks on you. As you can see, my wig is pretty much complete. I'm using the camera myself. You want to get it to where you need it. Adjust it. Do whatever you need. See how you did. As you can kind of see. Let's see. I need that open more. Boom. Alright. And with how Equius does his, goes behind the ear just a little bit. Voila. There's my wig where I need it. So, I'm going to put it back on the wig stand. Get it all even. Find the center. Comb it out. Since we're done. And guys, my suggestion, when you cosplay and you're using wigs, as most of you probably already know, I'm going to tell you that tip either way. Comb your wigs out always after every use. That'll keep them around longer, nicer, and when you need to wash them, it'll be a lot easier to do it. With this said, I've got my wig practically done. I shall be right back, guys. I need to get that wig home. This all said, guys, I got a proper comb. I'm going to see where my stuff is at. Comb out all the split ends. And yes, guys, I actually did comb out most of this wig before this video tutorial, so it was kind of raggy in a way. And I figured I would like to get a lot of the work out of the way first before getting into the serious details about things. I'm just using the more wider versions of the teeth, and with this actual comb, it does have measurements, as you can see. If I can see it, you can see the numbers on the side of the comb. That's how many inches it is to get stuff done. But with that said, yeah, the wig is practically done. And guys, I will show a video tutorial. If you saw holes in the wig, That's because that's where the horns go, and I use screws for my horns. So that would be a reason why if you ever see two holes in my wig, that's why. I don't put my headbands on top of my wigs. Okay, actually I'll explain it in this. With my wigs and my horns or anything that I put on my wig, in my cosplays, I put the headbands underneath the wig. I put two holes or how many holes or whatever type of the headbands are. I use a drill bit or be very cautious. Use the screw itself. Screw or drill bit holes perfectly where you need them in the headband. Then you place them underneath the wig. You want to put the headband on your head. Then you want to put the wig on top of that headband on your head. Take it off. Keep them in place. Find out where you need to put them on the headband. Then put the holes in the headband with whatever tool you're going to use. Then you want to put whatever the things you have. Make sure you have holders in place, hot glued into your prop or whatever. Then you can put the screws in the headband afterwards. Place them through the wig itself because it won't be noticed. Then you want to screw the screws into the placeholders of whatever kind of prop you're using into the actual horns or whatever. And you'll be able to place your horns on top and make it more natural. Sorry if that was a really horrible explanation. Headband, screws, put screws through wig. Make sure the holes are in the headband. Such as, then you can just screw on the horns of whatever you are using onto the headband, and voila, you'll have the stuff shit ready. And I will show you guys exactly how much I cut off. I cut that much off that wig. That looks like I'm brushed that dog out down there. Sorry if this was a crappy tutorial or explanation over anything in this video. It was my very first one on trying to do a cosplay wig tip on things. But you'll probably see me do a little bit more edits later in the future at my conventions. I'll do a little bit more edit to this wig itself. For the front reason, I don't want as much right here, so I'll just, cut it off and voila. So other guys, comment, tell me what you guys think I should improve on in my videos or explaining things. Please be crucial about what I said wrong or so I can improve on what I need to do. Sorry, ADHD guys, you need to know that it's kind of hard sometimes for me to explain things. My mind's one way or another, but back on track. Tell me what you think I did right. Tell me what you think I did wrong. Tell me what I need to improve. Comment, message me, subscribe, add me. Spread this video around. I'm going to put it on my Facebook for you guys to get tutorial tips or such as what you need to do. Go to Dollar Tree. Those scissors are really nice. I mean, I find some things at Dollar General and Tree sometimes that are really nice. So other than that, guys, Saw the Hedgehog, and I'm signing out.